Hi, Mike Coates is here with my monthly check-in. As always, I'm going to check in 4 areas. One thing personal, one thing professional, one thing on the horizon, and one thing worth sharing. All right, let's get started. One thing personal. The power of disconnecting is the topic. And I found is that when you disconnect, truly disconnect when you're on vacation, you come back a lot more rejuvenated, refreshed, and energized. And I found that there's a couple of things to be really effective in helping to do that. Really 2 things. Number 1 is I have an intentional meeting with my assistant a couple of weeks prior to vacation so that we can really pass the torch, so to speak, and really hand off everything that needs to be handed off so that she's fully empowered to take the reins and run with it while I'm gone. And number 2 is I also have a meeting with my wife a couple of weeks prior to vacation so that we really look at our vacation, really make sure that everything is filled up with all the fun-filled activities that we want to do while on vacation so that we have, you know, the most fun and the most adventurous vacation that we can have, or the most relaxing vacation, whichever type of vacation that we want at the time. And I found that by doing these 2 things, helps to free up to not worry about 1 ounce of anything going on at work so you can be fully present and come back fully rejuvenated. Take a look at this link down below that I wrote about the power of really embracing the meeting pulse to free you up so that you can disconnect while on vacation. One thing professional, the topic is impact. Recently, I had 2 back-to-back sessions, one with a 4-year client and the other with a brand new client. And the difference of the impact that the power of EOS has in working with a team couldn't be more apparent to me between those 2 sessions. The client that was just beginning the EOS process was starting with this spider web of complexities. They had so many issues, they couldn't even really see what the real issue really was. That they were dealing with. They couldn't really clearly see what was holding them back from getting really what they wanted from their business. While in contrast, the other client that's been with me for about 4 years, they're just running a well-oiled machine now at this point. They've overcome all those issues. They're growing their business at a faster rate than they ever had before. Their team is healthier. And in fact, they are making more profit a month now than they were in an entire year previously. So they've really overcome a lot over the past. And so my question is for you is, where are you at with your business? Take a look at this link down below to an article about 5 common frustrations that companies feel prior to implementing EOS, as well as 5 great outcomes that clients experience as a result of implementing EOS. One thing on the horizon, the topic is clarity break. What is a clarity break? It's a time of thinking, getting away from the business about an hour or so every week in a disciplined way where you're giving yourself creative thinking time so that you can get it out of your head, get it onto paper. There's great power in just doing that. I get very excited because in August, I've got an extended clarity break coming up. And we're going to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan as well as Traverse City for a few weeks, and we're going to have a lot of fun on the trip. But also, as I find that it tends to be one of the most creative, energizing trips of the year for me, and I get very excited because of all the creative ideas that ended up flowing, and we're able to really get into that place of creativity by taking an extended clarity break. My question is for you is, how disciplined are you in taking clarity breaks? Are you doing this regularly in your business? I always wasn't, but once I did get over the hump, it was an incredibly powerful tool, and as well as I see that with every one of the leadership teams I work with. There's 2 articles down below. One is an article that Gino Wickman wrote about the power of the psychology of clarity breaks, and the other is an article I wrote of some tips and techniques that I use to get over the hump in helping teams to create consistent routines around clarity breaks. Check them out. One thing we're sharing, the topic is delegation. Delegate and elevate is a tool that I teach every single leadership team of figuring out what their highest and best use of time is and versus what isn't. I'll tell you, at the beginning of the journey, most teams, when I introduce this tool, first say, there's no one I can delegate to, so why should I even bother doing the exercise? I've got to do everything myself. Well, here's the power of the exercise is actually just writing it down, getting it out of your head, getting it onto paper so you can figure out where do you really love what you do and enjoy every minute of it versus what are the activities that you don't. And really just getting clear on that. And you'll find that your subconscious goes to work on that so that you can start to, some of them you can just stop doing altogether. You don't need to do them. Other things, really other people should be doing, and you can start pushing those back to them. While others might require a new hire or an assistant or something like that over the long term. The power is writing it down, getting the process started. Take a look at this article down below about how to free up your time through 3 simple steps. Thanks for watching today. Did this message resonate with you? And more importantly, do you know anybody that could benefit from hearing this message? If so, please forward it to them and invite them to join my blog at gpsforsmallbusiness.com. And always know I'm here to help. Make it a great day.